So welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines. And as we do it every time this week, we're talking about NRL that's just been... Thanks for joining us, Brian.
I made him a cup of tea, can you believe it? And he started without me.
You said a second ago, I'm ready, let's go. So I did.
Trying to get me angry. The angry guy who sits on the end.
Actually how you're known, isn't it?
It is actually.
Rather than the meat in the sandwich.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, you must be the flower between two thorns or something.
No.
Alright, come on, let's go. I'm ball ready. Let's talk about the footy.
Alright.
What a boring round of football.
Well,
What a boring round of football.
We can skip it if you like.
Far out.
How are you, Tom?
Yeah, good. My Indigenous jersey arrived eight weeks late today, so I'm wearing it proudly.
Well, that's okay. My Johnny Sattler one arrived only last week, and that was about 3 months ago. So, you know, it's great that we can get these things organised in time.
Yep.
As you can see, Brian's grumpy. So we'll get started. In fact, Thursday night, I completely forgot there was a game on Thursday night. And about halfway through, I was just looking at Facebook and I saw the halftime score and I thought, I didn't think we were having one till Friday. So anyway,
You didn't
Well,
miss much.
I didn't put my Thursday or my Friday tip.
You tip in.
Well, I was actually putting my tip in Friday night about 5 to 8, and for some reason it didn't go on. He's basically, I think he conspired against me.
But he does that every week.
Yeah.
Thursday night, Cronulla Sharks 36, Tigers 12. Better performance from the Tigers than the week before.
It was 12 all half time.
It was 12. Yeah, there was.
It had to be better than the week before.
Yeah.
My goodness, how bad are the Tigers?
What does it say about the Sharks, though?
I mean, you know what? You win by 24 points. You take that every day of the week, don't you?
Of course you do. But
I got no problem with it.
But I wasn't overly impressed with what I did see.
I thought they were all right.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't think they were bad. The Tigers came out with lots of energy, lots of...
Yeah, and it was 12 all at half time, and by the end of it, yes, they'd run away, and the Tigers fell away in the second half. I got to say, I have some big question marks over the Sharks.
Yeah, I don't think they're...
They haven't played well against the top teams.
No.
Yeah, look, I think they'll get there. I'd rather be in their position than his position.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. And
No.
look, I mean, they're definitely going to be in the top 8, but
Yeah, no, I
how
thought
far
they
they'll
were right.
progress, I'm not sure.
And let's face it, Hines missed 4 goals, so, add another 8 points to that. What if it was 42 to 12, would you have been happy?
No, I'm not saying I'm not happy. I'm just saying I wasn't overly impressed with their performance generally. I still think there's something amiss at the moment with the Sharks. I mean, there's something amiss with a lot of the teams at the moment. It could simply be state of origin.
Look, yeah, well, you know what? I think the South's problem is they don't have a plan B. When things don't go smoothly...
South's problem is they're very light on backup.
Yeah.
How did we get to South?
I know.
I have no idea he started it, so I just joined in.
I said South. I said South. I said the Sharks don't have... It's that stupid shirt you're wearing. I said the Sharks don't have a plan B. Yeah. When things start to not go right, they don't... I don't think they can pull it back together. So, there you go. I don't know. I looked at him and saw Souths. Oh.
Should we start again?
It hurts my eyes. You hurt my eyes. Yep.
Win Stadium, Raiders 36, Dragons 26. Again, better performance. And I'll tell you what, the Dragons were coming home with a wet sail.
Yeah, they're still fading, aren't they, the Raiders?
Yeah.
That's their biggest win of the season. 10 points.
I know.
I'd take 10 points.
I don't know whether you would.
I'd take a 10-point win anytime.
24-6 at half time.
Yep.
Against a team that is, well, they're pretty bad. The Dragons are pretty bad. No one wants to play for them. They got nothing.
They're like Manly. No one wants to play for them.
And I don't know. I thought the Raiders should have probably went on with it, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Not much to say about that game
So
either.
I'm 2 from 2 without tipping.
But you got to put your tips in, Tom. That's
Yeah,
the way
right.
the game works.
Hey, you could put your tips in today and then change them on game day if you like, but you don't. So don't blame me for your lack of preparation.
All right, Brian, when you walked in today, you said predictable results. Now, I'll give you the first 2.
Yep.
I didn't think I mean, firstly, I picked Parramatta over the Warriors, but no one would have predicted a 46-10 thrashing of Parramatta by the Warriors.
Oh, what? Without Gutherson and Moses and
2 players.
Regan, Campbell,
3
Gillard, and
players.
Parramatta got a bunch of injuries. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
46 to 10?
Maybe not 46-10, but I thought they would win by 20.
Yeah, I thought they'd win by plenty.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
yeah,
20, right to 20.
yeah, 20 plenty 20. What you thought it'd be close?
So
Well, I went for Parramatta,
did you pick the
so
Warriors?
what do I know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not picking Parramatta.
I picked Parramatta because I trusted that even without those 3 players, they would perform. They
Dylan
let
Brown,
me down.
2. Dylan Brown, 2.
Yeah, okay, 4 players.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. I got to say, I was extremely surprised by that.
I wasn't. And I thought the Warriors were good. I was going to say the Raiders. I don't know where my head is tonight. I thought the Warriors were really good.
They were exceptional, and I tell you what, I don't think they can win it, but geez, I think they can give the competition a shake.
Well, they've got a better opportunity to win it than the Sharks.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
No, I
They've
don't
got
disagree.
resilience this year, I think, which they haven't had other years.
They've got what?
Resilience.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
that's been a...
And again, they
Feature
seem to be
this
playing
season.
for 80 minutes. And we've talked before about Sean Johnson. He's playing exceptional at the moment.
Yeah. You know who makes a difference to that team, the Warriors team, is that Dylan Walker. He's been playing really good football, and he's injured now.
Oh,
So-
he played last week, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know whether he frees up Sean Johnson,
Yes.
and I don't know whether they're going to play as well, not having Dylan Walker coming in and playing around the ruck. That's all. Still,
Yeah.
46-10. You take that.
But, I mean, even people like Niakora's standing up, Jackson Ford standing
Jackson
up.
Ford's the surprise.
These are players that, on the edge, you think they'll do a job for you, but they're not standouts. And
No.
they're being standouts now, So whatever the coach is doing, it's working.
Okay. All right, let's go on to another surprise, I got to say. Bulldogs 36, South 32. Now, South again came home with a wet sail on this one and looked like they might be able to snap it, but wasn't to be. Mind you, South had 8 players out, so they were playing reserve.
Well, I
grades.
tipped the Dogs for the bounce back factor and the fact that you were missing that many players. I mean, the Dogs wouldn't have got close if you'd had a full team.
No, I don't think so either. But you know what? The Dogs played very well. I've got to give it to them. Again, considering what they went through last week, they played very
And some
well.
of their also rans, Blake Wilson. Can't see the team list, but they had 2 or 3 players who don't play normal first.
Well,
grade.
I want
Terrific.
to ask you both about Toby Sexton. First game,
Told you.
yeah, and I've got to say he fit into that team like he'd been there all year.
Well, as the commentator said, so I won't steal their thunder. He allowed Burton space
Yes.
to play.
Yeah.
Burton didn't have to be the chief playmaker.
Yep.
Sexton set him up, and when he set him up, that meant you could string some plays together.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not like Toby Sexton doesn't know the Bulldogs. Like he up until somehow the Bulldogs let him slip through their fingers.
Yeah,
All right.
Like he was one of theirs. So
but a long time ago, juniors.
2 years ago.
Really?
No, I thought it was
Only
longer
2
than
years?
that.
2 years. He's only been at the Gold Coast for 2 years. Like the guy can play.
Yeah,
He's got a good short passing game. He plays direct, which of course means your other halves partner is going to be able to be a bit loose, which we all know Matt Burton needed.
He didn't look out of place at all. He looked like he played several weeks or all season.
I don't know, why did the Titans let him go? I mean, I know they've got
because they
Tanner
think
Boyd.
Ben Hunt's coming next year, and they
And
got
Tanner
Tanner
Boyd's
Boyd.
been their chief.
Yeah,
chief
but I
playmaker.
like Sexton anyway.
I guess we're going to talk about State of Origin soon as well, but there's always been this debate about whether we stop the competition for 3 weeks and play State of Origin, or whether we keep doing what we're doing or play it at the end of the year. But I guess one of the arguments, I'm not saying what we should do, but one of the arguments for maintaining the way it's going is you get to see some of these young kids come through. in this game in particular, because there was so many players out, there's a lot of young kids who got an opportunity that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah.
Now that Tallis Duncan, I don't know how close you watched this game, but that young Tallis Duncan
great
was
break
exceptional.
He made a great break.
Tyrone Munro, second game in, and so there is that benefit of having these bigger players out and having to see the future stars come.
Well, look at the World Cup. Jacob Kraz played for Lebanon.
Yep.
Lebanon.
And no one knew him before
Unheard
that.
of.
Yeah.
Unheard of. Now he's a first grader.
Yep.
No, that's what happens.
Tell me, are you worried somebody's going to pinch Blake Taff?
Oh, without doubt.
Because I think I don't get it.
Neither do I.
You know, the team lists come out, and the first thing the commentators say was, "Oh, Jaden Campbell on the bench. He should be starting." Like, I don't know where he starts at the Gold Coast. Yeah. Blake Taff should be in first grade every single week.
Blake Taff should be number 14. You could play him as dummy half. You could play him in any position on the back row. Well, it depends. It was Cartwright.
Yeah.
Because he could play back row as well.
Sure.
But I'm a huge fan of Blake Taff. Yeah, I have been for the last couple of years. I do not understand why he stays at the Bunnies to play reserve.
But where do you play him? I mean, you can't take him. You can't replace Latrell. You're not going to replace Campbell Graham or Johnson or any of those players. Where do you play him in a South?
Who's your other winger?
Well, at the moment it's Munro. Oh, yes, you could, because before that was Tane Milne, and I would replace him with Tane. Milne's trouble.
Why?
Oh, because he gets himself into trouble all the time, the way he plays.
Yeah.
And that shoulder charge was nothing.
It was still a shoulder charge.
It was a shoulder charge.
Yeah.
You know.
I dislike how your coach came out and said, they waited to see the result.
They did wait to see the result.
He still got hit high with the shoulder.
No. But what had happened was he had already put him on report and said that's enough. And then after repeated showing, then he came back and said, "Now I'm going to put you on report and bin you."
It's the idea that the bunker can do
whatever
it likes whenever it likes,
and it shouldn't be able to do that.
We hate the bunker.
Okay, let's go on to
I hate the bunker. I won't speak for anyone else. Yep.
Let's go on to the last game of the round. This is an interesting game. Dolphins 23, Titans 21.
Titans look like they were all over this game.
They were.
We say the Raiders are faders. What the heck are the Titans?
Okay, let's just put it right out there. The last.
Yep.
The penalty.
Yep.
Justified.
Yep. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, you see how far out offside he was.
I know.
Yeah. If he'd been a little bit offside, you might have let it go. But geez, he jumped out 3 seconds before.
But I could show you 100 other games of Golden Point where they're so far offside it's not funny, and no one has game enough to call it.
Well, I don't know. They do it a bit in Golden Point. They tend not to do it during the game. But that was, as the ref said, he goes, "I called him twice."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. What did he want him to do?
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. You can't say you're offside. You're offside. You've made the tackle.
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll let it play.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a dumb play.
Yeah, and I got to say, I like Jermaine Asako. I think he's an exceptional player.
Agree.
And he right now I think he's one of the best that is going around at the moment.
He's very, very good.
Yes.
Very good.
And he's a very dependable goal kicker.
Yeah.
And how good's Kieran Foran going?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, wouldn't you like him at Manly?
Manly ruined him, I think.
Crikey.
Oh, wouldn't you?
You got to feel.
You give me a hard time over Reynolds. Let's talk about Kieran Foran.
Can I just say, you got to feel for the clubs that bought Kieran Foran and got him injured. Parramatta paid a fortune, injured. Warriors paid a fortune, injured. Dogs paid a fortune, injured. And then we had to pick up this bargain basement 5'8", this young bloke Kieran Foran,
and he was killing it.
Who plays for like 2 years, misses 1 game.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. He's exceptional. Yeah. That try that he scored.
Yeah.
Like, that was just gutsy.
But it was clever too.
Yeah.
What the young kid did.
Yeah. I think the Titans are a little bit. I think Des is going to go great up there.
Well, I think he's going. I think
he's going to love having
Foran's good for the young kids.
Yeah.
And I think having Des there, I'd forgotten to make that connection. That's amazing.
How long has he got though? Where is Kieran Foran's?
Well, see, this is
by date?
This is why I'm surprised the Titans let Toby Sexton go. because you got to have someone come into the halves there, and I guess they're thinking it'll be AJ Brimson and then
It'll be Ben
Jaden
Hunt.
Campbell.
and Jaden Campbell will go fullback. Well, I don't know if the Dragons are going to let him go.
But the Dragons will let him go at the end of this year. I guarantee.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Kieran Foran, look, he's the same as Cherry Evans. Look, if he wants to keep playing and he's not injured, just let him keep playing.
Oh yeah.
Sean Johnson, let him keep playing.
Yeah. There's a few old guys going around. All right, and that brought the weekend to a close. So the Broncos, Sea Eagles, Storm, Knights, Cowboys, Panthers, and Roosters had byes.
Now,
You guys had relaxing weekends.
can I just
Well
say,
done.
buys. I'm not complaining about, they put the buys on the ladder, but
How's it go?
they put the buys on the ladder.
Thank you.
But
Embarrassed yourself twice.
how is it that at the start of the season we would have been talking about 3 or 4 Souths players
Yeah.
and 3 or 4 Broncos or more
Yeah.
being in Origin, and Souths have not got a bye during the Origin?
No, we got one. We've only.
It was
had one.
after,
And it was after the
and that's
second one.
that makes no sense to me.
That's right.
That the buys can be that the draw can be that twisted.
Yeah.
Now, for the first time, and you know, I know you're the perennial.
I'm loving
victims.
where you're going with this.
Yeah, I know
I'm
you're the
li-
perennial victims.
Yeah.
But in this particular instance, I think you should have had the buy.
Well, you know, we've played the weekend of just before the first State of Origin. We played
Yep.
the weekend just before this one. We lost both games, and both of them
Yep.
should have been winnable ones.
Well, let me just say, the West Tigers. You look at their team. Appy would have probably been a starter if not Cook. They've had 3 buys.
Yep.
The Knights. Well, you could make a case for at the start of the season for Kalen Ponga. They've had 3 buys. The Roosters.
3 buys.
3 buys.
And ours was Space Nice.
Panthers.
Titans, 3 buys.
Yep.
Sea Eagles, 3 buys. But admittedly, we would have had a couple players out.
Yep.
The Storm, that makes sense. The Sharks makes no sense because Nico Hines is the only player there. And the Panthers, I understand that. I can understand that they've got their buys.
Yep.
But, you know, the Bronx have got 2, which makes sense. But I don't understand the unfairness of the draw.
Neither do I. But I can tell you now, the thing I am hanging my hat on is the fact that we're now at round 20.
Yep.
South will have a bye. So in the next 7 weeks, 8 weeks, or however many games, 8 weeks,
Yep.
we'll have 2 buys.
Yeah.
We have one
playoffs.
week 20 and we have one week 26.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's a good thing, though.
Well, leading into the semis, I think it is. Although you lose a bit of momentum. But
Maybe a week off. Yeah, maybe 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. I don't know. Anyway, Parramatta have got the last round as a bye, so who knows?
Yep. But
All right.
thank you for feeling for us. I
I don't
understand
feel for
where
you.
you're coming
I just said you're the perennial victims, and in this particular instance, you can bleat.
from. Okay, well, who's going to do the ladder?
You are.
28 Panthers, 28 Broncos, Sharkies, Storm, Raiders 26, Warriors on 24, Eels, Rabbitohs make your 8 with 22. 22 points also the Cowboys, 1 point behind the Sea Eagles on 21. Titans, Dolphins, Roosters on 20, Knights on 19. And then we have the bottom 3. The poor old Bulldogs, 16. The Dragons, 12. And the West Tigers, 12. There, no saving those 3.
No saving those 3. Okay. Gentlemen, let's quickly talk about State of Origin.
Oh.
Coming up, Game 3. I said to you, I don't know if you got my message,
No.
but bold prediction. Did you not get my message?
No.
Yeah.
Did you get a
Bold
message?
prediction. I did.
Bold prediction. So let's talk about State of Origin first.
Mm-hmm.
What's your feeling? What's in your guts? What's in your water?
I don't want to say it. I can't say it.
You got to say it, Brian.
It says he.
There's
wearing a
thousands
rain
of
jumper.
people out there who want to know Brian's opinion.
Is this meant to be an indication of what you think?
No, it's just what I had on.
What, this whole thing?
I will say this: if there was an Australian team chosen on merit over the next week,
Yep.
there wouldn't be very many New South Wales players in the team.
No.
True.
Correct.
That's it. I don't want to say anything else other than that.
That's not State of Origin.
Well, State of Origin, merit from a State of Origin game.
I'm gonna take the pain away from you, and I'm going to... No, actually, you go first.
No, you go first.
All right. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make 2 predictions. New South Wales will win State of Origin Game 3.
Jaw off the ground. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's the score?
Second, I think it'll be close. I think New South Wales will win by 4-6.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my next prediction. My bold prediction.
Bold prediction.
Bradman Best, man of the match.
That is
Wow.
bold.
Bradman Best, I think, will kill it in State of Origin. I'm so happy he's there. I know a lot of people have said he shouldn't be, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he's relying on getting the ball fed to him, so
Yes.
that's going to depend on the...
And
on the
Cody
pass.
will get the ball to him.
Can I just say, you know what I like about Bradman Best? He hates Queensland.
Nothing to do with the way he plays.
No, I've been a Bradman Best fan for years. So a couple of years ago, we tried Katoni Stags.
Yep.
And it was and it was neck and neck. Stags or Best. And they went with Katoni Stags. I don't know why. And I would have had Bradman Best a couple of years ago. But I don't think he's the best centre in the game.
Oh, I'm not saying he's the best centre in the game.
I don't think he's the best centre available.
Oh, I think he probably is.
And
Crichton probably beats him.
Well, Crichton's playing
in the team.
Oh, he is true. Yeah.
So I don't know. And I'll tell you what my concern is. I know it's not a bold prediction. When Brad Fittler comes out and says, "Oh, we don't really have a plan for Clint Gutherson,"
Yeah.
I love Freddie.
Yeah,
but
that
I don't get that.
Well, you don't just say that out loud.
No, and that's a concern. But you know what? I don't think he does, and I don't think Gutherson will play. I think they'll put Leno in.
To use him.
I think they'll put Leno in instead. I don't think you need Gutherson on, or you take out Reece Robinson, put Gutho in, and put Leno in. I don't think you shouldn't have Reece Robinson and Gutho on the bench.
Yeah.
I think that's insane.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I would pick Gutherson over Robson, even though I'm a big Robson fan. I think I'd probably put, because he's much more adaptable. And I think he's played dummy half plenty of times.
Of course he has. And he's an X factor.
Right.
I know Parramatta went looking for an X factor, but they've got one right there.
And in defence, he'll always be there.
Of course he will be.
Yeah.
So, do you have a bold prediction, Tom, for the game? Or at least tell me who you think's going to win, because he's chicken.
Well, I'm going for
I'll go
New South Wales by 4. I think Teddy will have a better game. I don't think he's going to be up to his standard, but he'll have a better game. I think Cody Walker will have a blinder. In fact, I think Cody and Mitchell will surprisingly coordinate really well. There you go.
That's your bold prediction.
Yeah, that's right.
Cody and Mitchell.
That is a bold prediction.
Well, you asked for one.
Mitchell.
That is really bold. That's bolder than him.
Sorry, Mitchell's not playing. Who you
Mitchell
talking?
Moses.
Oh, Mitchell Moses. Sorry.
My bold prediction is Jake Travojevic will make 50 tackles and not miss one. Is that
Okay.
bold or just
No, that's
standard?
standard. That's
That's
expected.
not bold. Come on, put yourself on the edge here.
Come on.
Vote for Queensland.
I won't be. No, I won't be. I won't.
All right, let's give us a score.
No,
A margin.
no.
You're a chicken.
Yep. I can't do it.
You're a sea chicken.
I can't do it. I'm looking at this Queensland side, and I can't do it.
But you did it the first 2 games.
I thought we'd win.
Well, we didn't. Now I'm saying we will.
Well, I don't think we can.
Well, when you think about it, we won the middle 60 minutes of the first game.
Yeah. I think we're going to win this one.
And we won nothing in the second game.
Yeah, no.
I'm confident we will win this one. I'm
All right.
very confident.
You're on your own.
And now we've got New South Wales 2.0.
So actually, now you said you do think Queensland will win.
No.
You said I'm on my own.
You can't say.
We see where your heart lies, Brian.
Don't you dare.
Let's have a look at these tips. I can't say that.
There we go. He's the administrator.
Oh, I've picked.
All right, let's go on to round 20, gentlemen. As we are now coming into the pointy end of the season, we've got 8 weeks to go. One State of Origin is out of the way. Thankfully, we can all focus on the premiership, which is
And we'll get 8
honestly
games a
what's
week
important.
eventually.
And we'll get 7 next week at least. Okay, let's go on to Friday night. Newcastle Knights and the West Tigers.
Okay. He's back.
Newcastle put 74 on the Cowboys.
Okay.
Newcastle put 74 on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Knights.
I'm trying to think who put 66 on the
Dogs.
Tiger, the Dogs. That's right.
Yeah. No,
They got beat.
put on-
Someone did, yeah. So, honestly, can you see can you see?
Tigers put. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too far gone. We're draw.
Knights by a reasonable margin, 8-10.
I don't think that's reasonable. I think that's pretty average margin. And I think that
You can
they'll
call
do
it
the
what you
same.
like, but I'm saying it's at.
I think Newcastle win this by 20.
Don't think it'll be that much.
You don't?
No. The Tigers came back strong. Appy's back. Safidi, Bradman Best in State of Origin. If Adam O'Brien's got half a brain, you'll rest him. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, who are you taking?
I told you. Knights by a small margin of 8-10.
And so you've gone Knights as well?
Yes.
All right. Dogs and Broncos on Saturday afternoon.
That's a hard game, actually.
Really? No,
Yeah.
The Broncos will win comfortably.
Yeah, so do I.
8-10.
Again, I think it'll be 20.
Right.
It depends. Well, I mean, it depends on whether he rests a lot of his
Yeah,
State of
course.
Origin players.
I'm going the upset. If I can't go the upset in Origin, I'm going the upset in that game. Next best thing. No, but it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry,
The Dogs came back strong over the Bunnies, gave them a bit of a boost of confidence.
Yeah, but Bunnies had a reserve grade side out there.
Jackened. Well, so are the Broncos.
Well, you don't know that yet. If he plays them
Already
all,
they know there's no Flegler and no Haas and no Walsh. That's 3.
that's only 3. All right.
You got
Brian,
some-
I fear for you in the next one.
Well,
For- what?
you should fear, because when we win by 50, I'll be gloating.
Sea Eagles against the Cowboys at Four Pines Park. You think you're going to win by 50?
They will pile it on.
Cows by 10.
Yeah, sorry.
Pile it on.
I've gone Cows as well.
We will win by more than 20.
Sorry. Look in the camera and say that again, please.
Manly will beat the Cows by more than 20.
You'll replay this next weekend.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time.
Look, it's at Four Pines. Everybody's back except for Tom. The Cowboys, they'll rest everyone like they did last week.
You don't think Jake will get a rest after his 50 tackles and no misses?
No, Jake will probably play for 78 minutes, not miss a tackle, and come back and play for another 80.
All right. So Tom and I are going Cows. You're going Sea Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tom, I fear for you in the next one.
Mm.
Roosters against Melbourne Storm on Saturday night.
Yep.
Again, if Melbourne Storm get rested, the players get rested, which is a possibility.
The point for the Roosters is that if they're going to do anything in the back end of the season, they have to beat teams like the Melbourne Storm. And at the moment I can't see it. I'll be tipping them, but they've got to be competitive. They've got a better looking squad on the field this week, and I think they'll rest too many people. They need to win.
Yeah. Okay, Brian.
Storm.
Storm for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Go Media Stadium, Warriors and the Sharks.
This is good game.
It should be a very good game.
I'm going Warriors.
Yep, Warriors for me.
Yeah, in New Zealand. Yep.
In New Zealand, I know that the Sharks haven't lost anyone to Origin. I know that Dylan Walker, I just said, he's a big out, but I think the Warriors will easily account for the Sharks.
I think it'll be close. I don't think
Yeah,
it'll
I'm
be
not
an
sure that
easy.
I think it'll be hit and miss, and then the Warriors will just take it away from them.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson will bomb the living daylights out of Mulatalo,
Yeah.
and Dallin will come over the top of him and just score every time. It'll be terrifying. That's my bold prediction for the week.
Well, thank you for that. It's not what I was asking for earlier, but I appreciate at least you came up with something.
Yeah.
KO Stadium, Dolphins and the Panthers.
Well, wouldn't this be a great upset?
If Cleary does what he usually does, he will rest his players. He's always done it.
Yeah, would you though?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you know what? They will.
They will.
It'll depend on how they go. He doesn't tend to rest the backs though. So I think last time he played Toho and Crichton.
Mm.
So who's he really going to rest? The interchange.
Lenu, if he plays.
Lenu won't play. Who's he going to rest? Yo?
Maybe.
No. Yo's not going to get many minutes.
Martin.
Maybe. But that's okay because if they rest Martin, Zach Hoskins will come into the team. Or Eisenhuth, or Garner. And just so you know,
Smith.
There's a sneaky number 24 listed.
Who's that?
Nathan Cleary.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Okay.
I think that's pretty scary for the Dolphins, to be honest.
So I reserve my judgment until I see the team.
Yeah, they could put a reserve grade team on, and I'll still pick the Panthers to beat the Dolphins.
I'm probably feeling the same way. All right, last game of the round is at Com Stadium, Parramatta Eels against the Titans.
Do you reckon Parramatta will rest their players?
No,
they need to win.
they need to win.
Yeah, Eels to win this one.
Yeah.
Two very similar teams, you know, the way they play.
Yeah, but
I think the forward pack of the Eels is much stronger. But they play.
The NRL website has spelled Titans TITAHS. The Titars.
The Tars.
Okay.
The Titars, and I will be going the Eels.
Yeah, Eels.
There you go. I've picked the Eels for you out there, Stephen and Janelle, and anyone else who might support them for whatever reason.
Well done. You're such a hero to those. You're a hero to the people who watch.
It's
You
called
really.
growth, Brian.
That's right.
Oh, it's called the Titans can't play for 80 minutes. They can't even play for 60 minutes.
And boys.
I'm going Eels as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the buys are Raiders, Rabbitohs.
Dragons.
By the way, Brian's Rabbitohs, not Rabbits, and Dragons.
Yes. We know what Rabbitohs are.
Bunnies.
They're not.
No, they're not. They're the people who... Rabbitohs were the guys who used to sell.
Sell the...
Yeah, but you support the bunnies. Because that's all they
You
are.
didn't put bunnies. Do you want to ask people... Because there's only been... How many responses have we got to our survey?
Oh, too many, because I didn't click you can only pick one. I'm going to restart my poll, just so you know, on foot. I want the people out there in listener land to log on to our website, to log on to our Facebook page, and actually tip their team. Their one team.
How do you know people have picked multiple? Oh, because
you got to push the button.
Yeah, because see, a lot of information. We get lots of information, and it'd be good to engage people where they're at.
Correct.
So you know what? I bag. For example, there's no Dolphins supporters in the world anywhere.
So he wants to find a Dolphins supporter so he can bag the tripe out of you.
But seriously, if the thousands of people who were following us said, you know what, we actually support the Dolphins, I would give them a bit more
of you.
Stick.
a bit more compassion.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
I might. Like, there's no Cowboys supporters. So when I say we'll win by 50, there's no Cowboys supporter out there to say, no, we won't. I said 20. I said 20. Not 50, 20.
Yeah. Someone will come back at you and say, well, I am.
Yeah, you'll be lying.
He knows exactly what you're thinking.
All the time.
He's telling you right now what to think.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
So yeah, you got to log on and vote for your team.
Yeah, just vote once though.
I'm going to restart the poll now that I figured that out.
And
I couldn't work out why there were like 4 Broncos supporters.
And
the same person.
Yeah.
Do you want to quickly make a comment on the footy tip?
What about it?
Who cares?
No, I don't. Dylan Keane is like a million miles ahead of us. Has he used his joker yet? No.
Yes, he has.
Oh,
he has. He used it last week.
Yeah. Good on him.
He's like, I think he's 33 games ahead of me.
He's only 15 games ahead of me, and I'm in 4th. So
how the hell he's doing it?
I don't know. He's got some inside information somewhere.
150, 218. Yep. So he's 68 points ahead of me.
Okay, Dylan, we're going to set up a Zoom call with you, and you're going to have to tell us how you do this.
No, he's just going to bar you for next year. For the next.
Oh, that's
10
a good
years.
idea.
It's going to bar you for the next 10 years, Dylan.
Well, we could penalise him because he lives in New Zealand. Tasmania. Maybe we start him at negative.
1 point. Give him only 1 point.
What we could do is block him so he has to put all of his tips in the first week for the entire season.
What a great idea. We need to come up with something like that.
Yeah. We still win.
We are just trendsetters, aren't we? We're just on fire. All right, Brian, anything intelligent on the show?
I've said it. Manly win by plenty at 4 Pines with the full team against the Cowboys who'll be resting their State of Origin stars. End of story.
And what if they don't?
Closed. We'll still beat them.
And you wonder why I ask you every week anything intelligent. I mean...
Case closed.
Tom, anything you want to end with?
Just great to come on Jersey. Enjoying it.
Yeah, we're loving it too. Okay. Thank
He's
you.
so sincere, isn't he?
Thank
He's
you for.
making a KFC joke, I'm sure.
No, why?
That's
That's
a
McDonald's.
Mexican call.
I got nothing.
Mixing his fast food.
All right, it's
Well
getting
done,
late.
guy.
Brian needs to go to bed now. Thank you for watching. This is This is from the Sidelines with Tom, Brian, and Steve. As usual, you can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, or download this podcast on Spotify.
Yes.
Indeed.
And share it around because we're getting reasonable numbers, but we'd like to get bigger numbers. So thank you all for watching. See you all later. Bye bye.
Yes.
Good luck, New South Wales State of Origin.
Yes.
Go the Blues.